Hey guys, it's Janae. Sorry for the long sabbatical. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. We did see you guys at the Gatlinburg lock-in, the VIP days, IHC, so I'm so glad I got to meet some of you guys. I'm going to be here with Daniel Brandon. He is a very long time music student. How long?
Oh, came in 2016.
And
That would've
you
been 7 years ago.
Graduated last year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he has a lot of knowledge about the music program, so we're going to get right into it and ask him some questions about it. All right, Daniel, what's your best piece of advice for incoming music major students?
Run. No, I'm kidding. I would say don't bite off more than you can chew. Music is a little bit different here at GBS just because it requires practice hours on top of homework and theory and analysis and all the other things that you would typically have to do with another degree. You're also required to get practice hours in, so it's very important to plan out your schedule from day one, honestly. Make sure you have a good plan in place and you won't die and you won't drown.
All right, what is one class to take and one class to avoid freshman year?
Ooh. I wouldn't take Music Theory 4 or Music Theory 3 your freshman year, unless you come in a lot smarter than I was when I came in as a freshman. Those were classes I took my junior year of college, and I definitely recommend taking at least a couple of semesters in before you go for some of the heavier classes like Theory 3 or Theory 4 or some of the techniques classes. I would definitely recommend some good solid ground classes right off the bat when you start as a student. So Music of the Bible is a good one. Music fundamentals or music theory, basic fundamental classes would be a good start just so you get a head start on those theory classes. You could also take Church Music 1. That's a very good class as well. Wouldn't take hymnology just because it's a lot of writing. I would wait a little bit for that, but definitely just kind of depending on what you're wanting to study. If you're a church music person, those are great classes to start out with. If you're a music education person, I would still recommend starting with some easier classes and just ease into your time there.
Okay, what do practice hours look like? You mentioned that before.
Oh yeah. Oh, it looks like death. No, I'm kidding. So every month you will receive a big old piece of paper, kind of in the format of a calendar, and on each little square representing each day, you're required to practice at least an hour a day, usually for each instrument that you're majoring in. So every student is required to choose a primary instrument and a secondary instrument. So the primary instrument can be any instrument of your choice. It could be voice, piano, saxophone, sousaphone, bagpipes, whatever you want to study. And then your secondary instrument can be as simple as voice or organ or something that you may not want to put as much time into.
Okay.
So each lesson that you take here on campus, you're required to practice an hour a day, Monday through Friday, in that instrument. A good way to plan that out is to just maybe even break it up into small sections. So start your day with 30 minutes of practice time and end your day with 30 minutes of practice time, and you won't get overwhelmed.
That's good advice. What should I avoid coming in as a music student? Music major student, I should say.
Yeah. I would avoid the mindset that you have to get an A in every class that you take here. Because if you're tackling tough music classes and practice hours and at the same time trying to kill yourself by being a 4.0 student, you're going to hate college.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been there. That was my mistake first semester here. Sometimes it's okay to settle for a B. I mean, unless you are that determined, unless you're a little bit smarter than I am, which you probably are. I would not recommend trying to get straight A's on everything. Settle for a B once in a while and go out with your friends on a Friday night.
How do you keep your relationship with God real when you are constantly in music major classes, practicing, trying to maintain a social life, so on and so forth?
Yeah, it's all about time schedule. It's all about prioritizing what's most important. So I have found, because my nights would get a lot busier once juries happened, once recitals were taking place, my nights would get a little heavier. So you really just have to find out what works for you. Every person's different. So for me, I benefit best from having my devotions in the morning before I start my day. Some people benefit better, from having devotions, right before bed, and that works as well. But prioritize what's important. We put a lot of emphasis into tithing what we get back into the church. We as the church, we as the temple of God, I think it's really important that we tithe a part of every day that we have to our Creator. And sometimes starting the day out like that can really help change your mindset. So I would just recommend find what works for you.
Okay. And the most important question that is life-altering, should I date freshman year?
Yes and no.
Kendra gave the same answer. So.
Yeah, my fiance dated her freshman year, but I did not. It really depends on the person. So really it depends on where you're at, in your maturity level, where you're at spiritually when you come in your freshman year. I would have crashed and burned if I had started dating my freshman year.
You came in at 17, didn't you?
I did.
Oh my goodness.
17. And I was just determined I was going to wait to date. That should be a hashtag or something. I don't know. But hashtag wait to date. But at the same time, we have students that come in a little bit older too. And if your maturity level is at a place where you feel like you can take care of yourself and someone else in a relationship, then there's really nothing wrong with it. But at the same time, make sure your priorities are straight and you're not crashing and burning in your studies in the meantime.
That's good advice. All right. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Daniel Brandon. He just threw a token at me. I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you next time. And hopefully he'll behave himself next time.